So here we're going to go ahead and do the chapter 11 exercises. So this is basically everything that we've learned so far. And I'm going to use Excel to be able to produce the answers a lot quicker, but also for you guys to learn, because this is something that you will be needing to know when we're dealing with Excel. You need to know how to use Excel for accounting. Okay, so for here, you purchased a machine for $2,050, okay? And with a $500 salvage value. Its useful life is 7 years, okay? And can produce up to 25,000 units. Okay, you put this machine in service on June 12th. Use the units of production method. Okay, so again, I'm going to go ahead and use my Excel sheet to answer this question. So here I'm doing problem number 1, units of production. So what is my asset? Machine. Yes. What is my asset cost?
You say 200, 2,050.
Mm-hmm. And then my salvage value?
What is that salvage value? Oh, is there no salvage value?
There is.
I don't see it.
It's on the first line.
1750?
Nope.
No, that's your, what I'm looking at on the screen.
Oh, okay, so you're not looking at your paper. Okay.
Oh, see, I don't even have that sheet. Is that one that we used before?
No, this is a brand new one.
$500.
Oh, this is a new one. Oh, okay. No,
Yes.
I don't have this one. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You could just follow along, I guess. So
Yeah.
here, we bought a machine for $2,050 with a $500 salvage value. All right.
500.
Okay, we got 7 years of estimated useful life, and it can produce up to 25,000 units. And you put this machine into service on June 12th. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill that in. So our salvage value is 500, and our useful life is 7. And we know that our the units that it could produce is 25,000 units. All right. Date that we put it into service is going to be June 12th. Okay. In this case, does it matter when we put into service?
Yes.
Why?
It always matters.
But okay, what depreciation method are we using?
This is production.
Units of production. So do we care about when we put it into service?
No.
No, it's not time sensitive. We only care about how many units it can produce. So in this case, I want to solve for my depreciation basis, which is going to be what?
The asset value minus the salvage value.
Minus the salvage value. Oopsies, I hit the wrong box. So I'm going to go ahead and equal it. And I'm going to select my 2,050. And I'm going to minus my 500. And I should get 1,550.
Yes.
Okay.
1550.
All right. For those experts who know how to do this, if I want to use, if I want to, let's say I want this one minus this one, right? Okay, let's say I wanted to apply all the way down and keep it that way. I would actually have to do what's called absolute. So that means it it doesn't take the one below it. It uses that same exact information and it applies it all the way down. So this is called absolute. So it means it will always take this one and it will always take this one. And what I can do here is I know that my answer is going to be applied all the way down. Okay?
Okay.
So what's my rate?
That's 8.86.
How did you solve for my how did you solve,
0.8.
how did you solve for it? What's the formula?
The formula is my depreciation base, which is the 1550,
Uh-huh.
divided by the estimated product. Oh, wait a minute.
Is it what?
Estimated production life. I'm looking over here at the units of production. Never mind. Let me do that again.
Okay, so I'm taking my 1550 and I'm going to multiply it by what? I mean, divide it by what?
Gonna divide it by the units of 2,000. Oh, wait, you got the thing over. I can't see what the number is.
The 2,000, 25,000?
Yeah, 25,000. 25,000, yes,
Okay.
Divided by 25. 16 point, no, that can't be right, that's too high. Can't do that here. Oh, okay, I got 0.062. Oh, okay, you've got it written down there, yeah, 0.062.
Okay, perfect. So it's even.
Yes.
Okay, so again, what do I know about this one? If I find the rate, it stays the same, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to do this, and because I want to divide by this number, and this number is a number that I am going to be using throughout the whole thing, and I want it to be stable, so I'm going to create an absolute around that. So then I get 6.2, and what I could do is I can drag this formula all the way down to the 7th year. So it's always going to be 6.2.
Okay.
All right, and then what is my depreciation expense?
Basis minus the original cost.
Basis minus original cost. Where in the world did you get that formula?
Actually, it's the units produced,
Which one?
which would be the 1750, 1750.
Yes, it'd be 1750
Times the rate, which is.
times the rate.
0.062. That's, I've got 89.90.
89.90?
Yeah, that's what I came up with. Wait a minute. Maybe I have these decimal points wrong. Okay, I'm gonna try that again. 17.62%. Oh, 1.085.
1.085?
I've got 1.085.
How'd you get 1 point? Because you're multiplying 6% from 1,000. How is that 1?
I think it's where I have my decimal point.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and solve for that. But I'm gonna reformat all of these. And I'm gonna make them all accounting. Okay, so here it shows me dollar value. Okay, so it's gonna round to the nearest penny.
Yeah, I've got 10. It was where I had my decimal points. I've got the 108.5.
Okay, nope, you got it right. It's just you just had your decimals
Yeah.
somewhere. Okay, so that's good. All right. And what is my accumulated depreciation?
It's the same.
Yes, because we have no previous, so it should be equal to this 108.50. And then what is my book value?
Let's see, 2050 minus 1750, 108.50.
Correct. And I should get 1941.
0.5. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Good. Okay. All right. Now, if I want to just be using only that 20, what is it, that 2050, I'm going to put absolute values here. So then when I apply my formula, it should populate all the way down here. Okay, but I'm going to keep it there though. Okay, because we're going to go through this one at a time. All right, so what is the next one? Now that I've already solved for the first two columns, what is my next one now that I know that's the answer? So how do I solve for my second year's depreciation expense? How do I solve for my second year's depreciation expense?
Take the units of production times the rate.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The 3,500 times the rate.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so 3,500 times 0.062,
Mhm.
I get 217.
Exactly.
Good.
Right.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Okay.
Plus 108.50
Okay. 108.
equals 325.50.
Okay.
Okay, and then 2,050 minus 325.50,
Mm-hmm.
I get 1724.50.
Perfect. All right. Okay, good. All right, let's solve for the third year. So,
Okay, 3,800.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll just do it. 3,800 times 0.062 equals 235.60.
Perfect.
Okay, plus 325.50 equals 561.10.
Mm-hmm.
Book value 1488.90.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
4,000 times 0.062 equals 248.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, plus 561.1 equals 809.10.
Good.
Okay, 1240.90.
Let's see. 1240.90. Good.
Anyone else is welcome to jump in.
Yes, whoever wants to solve for 5, 6, and 7, you guys are more than welcome to.
Okay, so we are multiplying the unit produced,
Mm-hmm.
4,300, times the rate,
Mm-hmm.
which is 0.062.
Mm-hmm.
We get
Oops.
266.60 plus 809.10 equals $1,075.70.
Good.
And minus 2050 equals 974.30.
Good.
Yes.
David, are you still
Okay.
there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I had to switch out. I was having to
Anyone
switch out my
else still
computer.
there? All right, 4,100 times the rate of 0.062 is 254.2.
Ah, whoopsies. I actually moved it. Go ahead.
Okay,
So what did you say? 260 what?
254.
Good.
254.2.
Good.
Okay, plus the
254.
previous accumulated depreciation of 107,570. 70. Oops.
Oop. Nope.
Oopsies.
139.
Wait a minute. 254.2 plus 1075.7 is 1584.1.
I got 1329.90. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that one again.
Okay, oops, I did it wrong already. 254.2 plus 1075.7. Oh, yours is right. 1329.9.
Okay.
Okay, book value is 720.10.
Perfect.
Okay, one more.
One more. You can do it, Lee.
All right, 3,600 times 0.062 is 223.20.
Yes.
A plus 1329.9 equals 1553.1.
Yes, ma'am. And lastly,
It's 496.90.
496.90. Good. Okay. So, rules about Excel. If you left this the way it is, it would have given you a lot bigger numbers. Now, thank goodness that our numbers came out even, so there is no discrepancy here. But if so the one thing that you need to know is you need to format these in order to get the correct numbers per se. So when you actually started calculating, you want to make sure that you're not getting an unrounded number, that you're getting a round number. So in this case, everything is panned out perfectly because we had an even number to begin with. So good. So see, if you were to just do this in Excel, all you had to do was click and drag, and that you could have easily solved this in 5 minutes. Okay. Now, it is a lot of work to understand where to do. Now, I'm okay if you don't know how to use absolute. So, if you're more comfortable with just clicking and solving, be my guest and just do one at a time. So, that's completely okay if you don't know how to use absolute. Okay? But if you know how to use absolute, then it would, again, you could produce this in 5 minutes. So, good. Okay, but if you are old style, that's fine. You guys can use your pen and paper, but just know that in the real world, you will be using Excel to, in other words, to process your work a lot quicker. Okay, but see, I was able to produce the same answers in the same table in the same quickness as Lee.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm using the calculator. I need to talk to, I'm supposed to take Excel, the advanced,
Mm-hmm.
before I take the accounting, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow the scheduling got all messed up.
No worries.
So,
Just to let you know, for this kind of accounting, we don't use Excel as advanced as what you would actually learn. Advanced, you'd be learning how to do pivot tables, how to create your graphs and whatnot. You're gonna go and use query. In this one, all I need you to know is how to build the basic table, how to enter in a formula, and that's about it. And that's about it.
okay.
So there's
Well, the
nothing too
basics.
much. Yeah.
How about when you get into QuickBooks?
No Excel is
Kind of
required.
What's that?
No Excel is required.
Oh, okay.
The only
So
time we
I don't-
use Excel in QuickBooks is if you're trying to input data into the QuickBooks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. You're not going to use Excel because the great thing about when we move on to QuickBooks, everything that you're calculating here, it will be done for you. All you need to do is just enter in the data and it will do it for you.
Okay.
Okay? So if we're doing depreciation, I think this is one of the things that you have to calculate on your own just because they haven't developed the depreciation button yet. But yes. So yes. But for most transactions, it will do all the work for you. Okay, so good. So this is how we solve for this one. Good. I'm going to go ahead and save this as the answer sheet real quick, just so that I don't accidentally overwrite it. All right. So that's how you use Excel to be able to produce the answers for you. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my second table, which I'm going to pull up the information for. Oh, that's way too big. Okay, that's a good size, right? Can everyone can see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, all this information should be already filled for you. I will post the answer sheet via the Excel sheet. So, I'm not going to fill this out. Number 2, okay? You purchased a laptop for $890 with $50 salvage value. Its useful life is 7 years. And you put this laptop into service on January 8th. Okay? Use double declining method for this depreciation. Okay? So let me go ahead and copy that information down in my table. Okay? So I think what I did here was I just tapped this one. Okay, so my asset cost, how much did my asset cost?
800 and, what was that, 804, I can't see this sheet.
I think it was 890.
890, yes,
Okay, hold on. My asset was a laptop.
Yes.
$50, yeah, for the salvage value.
Okay, salvage value. I need to break this up. So my salvage is $50. Okay. And then my useful life is how many years?
I don't see
I
it.
think it was 7.
Yeah,
7 years. All right. And the date that I put this into service was. When did I put this into service?
I don't know, did you say that yet?
Yes, I did. Hold on. Let me reformat my stuff.
All right, 7 years.
Oh, okay. January 8th.
Yes, January 8th is when I put this asset in to service. So what do I know from that?
You depreciate for the whole year.
Yes, that you depreciate for every single month for 12 months. You're going to do it for the whole year. Okay, so I am using straight line. I mean double declining. So what is my depreciation basis now?
840,
Why 840?
because there's 890 and the minus your salvage is $50.
Okay, so what is the depreciation basis formula for double declining?
Oh, that's right, it is different. I'm still looking at a production, units of production.
Yeah, make sure, yeah, because so that's why.
Double declining is for, beginning, oh, wait. The expenses,
Not it, wait, we're just doing basis.
Yeah, no, I'm right, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh, the beginning of the year book, value,
Which is what?
which is the 890.
Yep, that's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to format this as well to make it into dollar format. So it's a little more friendly to look at.
Okay.
Okay. So here, yes, it's perfect. It's $8.90. What is my rate going to be?
Years of service divided by 1.
Backwards.
The other way. 1 divided by 7
7 times 2.
times 2. Yeah.
2.28, 2.85, 7.
Yeah, 286, 0.286.
2.
We
Multiply,
gotta keep all those digits to make it more accurate.
Yeah. 8, 6, 7. So make sure that you keep this number in there.
Yeah.
So what you could do is you can, yeah. So what you could do is, this is equivalent to 2 divided by 7.
Okay.
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 All right. So what is my depreciation expense now?
Take that times,
Okay. 6 times 890.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 254.2. Let me see. Yep, we do have to
$127.
round it this time. So 254.29.
Yes. Okay. So I've already, with these, I've already formatted them. I'm going to reformat them just in case it doesn't go through, but I'm going to format them as the dollar value. So I'm going to do accounting so that it makes sure it rounds my stuff to the nearest penny and it stops there. Okay. So if I were to stress this out, right, it should say this information, but what it's going to do is it's going to display me that, and it's going to keep it at the dollar value. Okay, so this is when you want to keep it as decimal, but I want dollar value. Okay, so what is my depreciation, accumulated depreciation?
254.29.
Mm-hmm. And then what is going to be my book value?
635.71.
Okay, so you took 890 and
890
you
minus 254.29.
254.29. Where's my mouse? Here it is. So what did you say you got?
That.
Okay.
635.71.
Perfect. Okay, so it's gonna automatically calculate it and round it to the nearest penny for you. Okay, good. Okay, so what do we do next?
Well, we transfer that to the appreciation basis for the beginning of the following year.
That is correct.
Okay, and we multiply that by the rate.
Okay, so
635.71 times point. Wow, what a large number.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
a big number.
2,857,143.
wait, hold on. I think I have the formula already in here. Okay, so
181.63.
for the depreciation expense,
Yes.
okay, 181.63.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that too.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what do we do now?
Add that to the accumulated depreciation.
Okay, and what should we get?
426.55.
Not 55.
55554.
Yes. Oh, wait, hold on. No, I got 2 because 3 plus 9 is 12.
But that's what I got, 435.92.
Okay. Okay.
So the book value now is 454.08.
Perfect.
Okay, we transfer that to our beginning. By the rate.
Mm-hmm.
0.285.
Wait, 0.285. Oh, okay. You're still pressing the rate.
Yeah, it's a challenge with my eyes, you know, 'cause I
Okay.
got this double vision, so I'm going,
Okay.
okay, is that at, okay, so I got 129.74, yep.
Okay.
Okay, plus
Okay.
435.92.
566.29.
Where did you
No,
get 9? It should be 6. Your ending number should be 6.
yeah, you're off by the same amount as last time, David. You know, around the same rate. But I got 565.66.
254.29 plus 181.
Not 29, David. It's 92.
I know. 65.66.
Yep, that's
Yep.
it.
Oh no, I was doing the last problem also.
Oh, okay.
Okay, our book value now is 324.34.
Yep. All right. And what do we do for the fourth year?
You bring down the 324, 34 in
Mhm.
the basic.
Mm-hmm.
Multiply that by the rate, should be 92.67.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we add that to the previous accumulated depreciation of
So we have 600.
5.66. I get 658.33.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, minus 890.
231.67.
Yep, that's what I got.
Yep. 230.
Okay.
And bring that down and base this and
Mhm.
times that by 2.85743. We really need to work on these numbers.
David Lee and Andrea, if you want to produce this number in your calculator, all you need to do is type in 2 divided by 7.
Oh, okay.
2 divided by 7.
And you get the same exact
Okay.
number. Okay, so that is 1/7.
It sure is.
That is 1/7 multiplied by 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right.
So instead of because you can definitely miscalculate right there. You can accidentally press a wrong number there. So just
Oh,
just
yeah.
yeah. So then for this exact equation, because it is 2 times the 1/7, that's also if you simplify that fraction, it's equal to 2/7.
2/7.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So then that way you don't have to press all the extra numbers. So you just do 2 divided by 7, and then you can multiply it by the whatever your basis is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right. Now she tells us when we're
Yeah,
on
I
the
Yeah.
know.
I said this.
We're on the fifth year already.
I told you guys in the very beginning, but I guess no one heard me.
Did you?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, if you want to
Oh,
keep
yeah,
if
that
you want to
comes out
get
perfect.
if you want
Comes
to.
out real
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So
$66.19.
see, as you can see now, our the amount that we are depreciating is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking every year because we're literally taking half and half and half of that and half of that. So, well, actually, no. 30% every single time. So 30% of that, then 30% of that, then 30% of that. So it's shrinking slowly. So
And
So where are we
seven
now?
twenty four 52.
hold on, I lost my mouse. 734.
52.
Good.
And then the for the book value 165.47 or 47.86.
Okay, I got what you meant.
Okay. And take the book value and take it over the basis.
Did you get this one? 16548.
Uh-huh.
Okay, just making sure because I remember you said something and I understood what you meant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it is. It came off in a bunch of other numbers, but no, that's rounded up.
Okay. So because Excel recognizes that I'm doing the same calculation and I'm dragging it,
Uh-huh.
it automatically filled it in for me.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the
That's
great thing
nice of
about,
Excel.
yes, very nice of Excel. Yeah. So again,
Yeah.
if it knows that I'm doing this, it's gonna start filling these things automatically for me. So I should get $47.28.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I just got.
And the yep, accumulated depreciation, yep, that's it. And then minus 890 is 118.20.
Uh-huh.
All right. And then let's see what happens here.
2 divided by 7. Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One,
I couldn't
one,
keep up because I kept coming up with different.
3377
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
plus 771.8 equals 805.57.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 90. 84.43.
All right. So
Yes.
it reached its 7 years. But remember, is it really 7 years?
No. It hasn't reached its
Yeah.
salvage value.
It hasn't
No,
reached its salvage value.
Yeah,
Good.
but but it is 7 years.
Mm-hmm. But
But
remember,
Yeah.
it has to go until the salvage value,
exactly.
right?
Mm-hmm. We don't care how long this asset can last for. All we would care about is how much the capacity is for. Mm-hmm. So in this case, it hasn't even reached 25,000 yet. Okay. But let's say we were supposed to continue for the 8th year. Let's see what happens here. Do we actually make it to the end of it? Do we actually get to the salvage value? So I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and add this in just for fun, okay?
I don't like fun.
Well, we got a lot of time on our hands. So let's just continue. So again, if I were to solve for this, okay. So go ahead and help me solve it. So what is 84.43 multiplied by that 2/7? What do we get?
4.12.
Mm-hmm. And then when we add it here together, what do we get?
109.70. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, 109.70.
Oh no, because it's 24. 805 plus 24.
Oh, yes, 16. Oh, that, okay, I did that.
Okay.
Book value should be $60.31.
$60.31. That means it can last one more year for us. Okay. So again, because we're probably thinking, okay, well, at this point, if you reach the 7th year and you feel like this asset isn't really working for you, so again, this is a laptop. If it's 7 years from now, I'm pretty sure this modem is crappy. It takes forever to turn on. I don't think you're ever going to continue to use it all the way. So again, if you want to, just for good safety measures, you can just keep depreciating until it reaches its end of its salvage value. But at this point, if it keeps getting out to 9 to 10 years, I don't think anyone's gonna buy your laptop for 50 dollars. No way. So at this point, yes. So in this one, we see that in this example that we actually were able to go beyond its useful life. But again, if you want to stop here, then you're just going to be losing $34. And at that point, $34, you can easily just go buy a new laptop. You don't have to suffer of how slow it is. So again, yes. For this example, it lasts us pretty long. Okay, good. Good job. All right, so let's go ahead and move on.
Lynn?
Yep,
Lynn?
yep.
Okay, so is this the method? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. This is the method that the book value cannot go below the depreciation, um, the uh, the salvage value. Is that right?
Yeah, for this one, yes. Okay.
Okay, so that's why we cannot continue because it's already at $60 something.
No, we can
cannot go-
continue. We can continue because my salvage value is 50.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But it cannot end up below 50, right?
It cannot end up below 50. No.
Okay.
That's when you work backwards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, then we have to-
So instead of depreciating it for the full 9 years, you're more likely going to depreciate it for like maybe 8.5 years. But we wouldn't be able to know until we reach the end of the ninth year that we need to make that adjustment so that it never falls below 50. Okay, and for if we actually really do it, but
Yeah.
at this point. And then at this point, are you really going to use this laptop for 10 years? So yeah, you're more likely not to. You're more likely to probably buy a new laptop within the first 3 years. So just, this is scenario based. So it's based on what you guys want to do. If you're only using the laptop to just, produce either like, spreadsheets, then yes, you don't really need a high a fast computer to do something, right? You could just use a regular laptop that could be 10 years old, right? Because all you're really doing is you're just entering data in. Now, if it's QuickBooks, you definitely need a faster processor because QuickBooks is very heavy, and it uses the internet. So if your laptop is very old, it will have trouble connecting to the internet. Will do this, not strong internet. So for example, if I bought my laptop 10 years ago, it can only accept 3G network. Whereas nowadays, the laptops can go up to 5G network. And at this point, you're going to have to upgrade if you're going to need QuickBooks. Okay? So so making that executive decision is going to be based on your management, okay? If you reach the 7th year and you're decided, you know what, this laptop's not useless, it's useless for me, I'm just going to scrap it away. If I can sell it and someone's going to buy it, or if I can sell it to an electronics store that will take for parts, then do it, And if you end up losing that $50, maybe you can get it scrapped for $20. It's better than nothing, okay? So good. That's good. So, yay. Now we're going to be moving on to the next problem. So let me go ahead and make this a little bigger. It's a little tiny. Okay, that's too big. Okay, I think, that's a good visual. All right, so let's look at our third question. Okay, so the third question says you purchase a table set for $770 with $70 salvage value. Okay, its useful life is 7 years because it's furniture. Okay, and you put this table into service on August 21st. Use the straight line method. Okay, so again, we got the asset costing $770. We got a salvage value of $70. We got a useful life of 7. Wow, so many sevens. And we are going to put it into service on August 21st. Okay, so let's
We should change that to August 27th.
no. It's
We
already
gotta keep
there.
the theme going.
It's
The
okay.
theme of 7's going.
No, don't worry about it. So we got a table set going on here. Okay. I'm gonna break this up here. So what is my asset cost? $770, correct?
Yes.
I have a salvage value
It's $70.
of $70. Yep. And my useful life is going to be 7 years. And the date I put it into service is going to be
21st.
21st of August, right? So 8/21. Okay, so
See, I told
August.
you it messed up. We should have gone with the 7s.
It's okay. All right. So now that we have all the information here, okay, what is the first assumption that we need to make sure that we know?
We're only accounting for 4 months of depreciation in the first year.
Okay, so September, October, November, December is 4 months. Okay, so we only need to do 4 months. All right, so let's keep that in mind when we're dealing with our depreciation expense. So, what's the first thing that we need to know? What is the depreciation basis for this exact problem?
Depreciation minus the salvage value.
Yes, so that's 770 minus what?
$70.
$70, and we get 700. Now, what do we know about this exact number here?
Well, that's
It'll
for
be
the
the
whole
same.
year.
That is,
It'll be the same.
It's a straight line, yeah.
yeah, that means it's going to go out for every single year. It's going to be using the same number. That's
Right.
correct.
Yes.
So, yep. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and use my absolute values for this one because I want to make sure that it calculates the same numbers in every single column. All right, and I'm going to click and I'm going to fill in all 7 years. Okay, so now they're all 700. Okay,
Okay.
what is my depreciation rate?
Uh, 1 divided by 7.
1 divided by 7 is correct.
Okay,
Okay,
so that should be 0.14285714.
Right.
correct. Okay,
Cheated again, Lynn.
what did you say?
You cheated again.
No, I'm showing you how to use Excel.
I know.
Okay, so what is the depreciation expense formula this time?
Depreciation expense times the basis. Times the rate.
Good. But what else do we need to include here? Are we doing it for the whole year or are we going to do it for the remaining of the year?
Just do it for the year.
4 months, which is 1/3.
Mm-hmm.
So we divide it by what, 3?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and I get 33.33333.
33.3 yes, $33.33.
33 cents.
Okay, and my accumulated is going to be
The same.
yes. And my book value is going to be
776.67.
736.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I absolute oh crap, I got rid of it. All right, let me do this again. Equals 770 minus this one right here. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make sure I go back into this formula and I'm gonna set absolutes to it. Okay, so here and here. All right, so 70 736.67 is correct. Okay. So what happened in the next year?
Your depreciation expense is the same thing all the way down, right?
Yes, but is it going to be for $33.33?
No.
Okay,
Because
so
that was only for 3 months.
4 months.
Yeah,
4 months. The next will be for the full year.
Yes, and that is going to
100.
be 100. Oh, okay. Wow, what a nice sound number.
Yeah,
All right. So that means every year I'm going to depreciate it by 100. So that means this is going to be what?
133, 33.
Mm-hmm. And then what is?
233, 33. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah, no, no, no.
wait.
Go ahead. No, no, no. I could do that. Yeah, we could do that. We could just solve for the whole thing. So you're just adding 100 every single time.
Right.
Yes.
So if I were to go ahead and add 100 all the way down, so on the 7th year, I should be $633.
Yes.
Right?
All right, so let's go ahead and solve one at a time for each year. So what's the book value for the second year?
Okay. 700 minus 133.33.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's 566.67.
Okay. Wait, what?
Okay,
Yeah, 566,
566.
667.
Wait, hold on. Did I do this? Did I?
That's not right.
I know, I didn't
Right,
get
right.
that either. I got 636.67.
That's what I have.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay.
so what number did you take? I feel like you took the 736 and you subtracted the 133 to get the 5.
Yeah.
No, actually that wouldn't
I
even
think-
equal either out either.
Yeah, I
She
don't know
took the
how I
700.
I took the 700 minus the 133.
Okay,
that's
rem-
what I did. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I did.
okay, remember it is the cost of the assets. So you did take the full 770.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
The full cost.
Yeah. Yeah. I took the basis also instead of the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta do the full cost.
You did do the
That's
full
what I
cost.
Okay.
Okay.
770 minus 233.33.
Yeah, the 636.67. Right.
Okay. The next one,
Should be 536.
yeah, 67. It's only 100 difference now.
Right.
Yeah.
Before
You just go
36.
down 100.
Yep. So I'm going to bring it all the way down because we know that there's a trend.
Right.
So here I am down to my 136.67. And is that correct? No. What is our I meant
We can go again.
yes, we can because we only accumulated for the first 3 months here. 4 months.
Yes.
So our asset right now is 6 years and 8 months years old. So yes, we can continue for the 8th year. Okay. And then, so if I were to do that, that's another 100. Okay, it calculated for me what I want. There you go. And then this is going to be for 733. And then this is going to be for 3667. That's wrong, isn't it? Because isn't the salvage value
Yeah.
70?
Right.
Yeah, the salvage value is 70.
Okay.
So now we have to adjust, right?
No. You know why? Do you know why? It's because this is for a whole year. Good job, David. It is for a full year. So what we need to do is we need to go make an adjustment to this right here for the remaining life of it. So we know how many months do we have left?
7.
8.
We should have 8. Yes. So we're gonna take this 100, okay, 100 times 8 out of 12
Yes.
to get $66.67. And therefore, if you go ahead and process it through, 700 is our basis, which is mean we did it right. And salvage value, it is 70, which is correct. So good. So, yay. Good thing you caught that, David.
Well, if you add the first year, I mean, you subtract the whole year of 100. I'm looking at the depreciation expense of 100 every year, every full year. I mean, the difference, if you add the partial year from the first year and the partial last year,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well, it should equal to that same full year of 100.
Yeah, that works too if you were if you're looking at that way.
Wouldn't that be easier? Couldn't we just do that instead of using all the formulas?
Yeah, I mean, again, yes. Whatever you find the easiest to get to this number, do it. But in this case, I'm just
Should, right? It should equal to a full year,
it
right?
should
The
equal
first partial
exactly.
year and the last
Correct.
adjusted year, partial. Okay.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
But in this case, I just wanted to show you how I got that answer and it panned out perfectly. So here.
Yeah, right.
But yes, you can if you already knew the answer was 70, you can work backwards to solve for it. Yes, you can, or just looking at how it is in the beginning and to the end, then yes. If you know it takes 100 for a full year, you can yes. If you can figure it that way, that's also perfectly how you way to do it as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, I'm just making sure that I can let you know that this is worth 8 months. In the very beginning was only for 4 months, so it all panned out perfect.
Yes.
So yay! Okay. Bless you. All right, so let's go ahead and do the last problem here, which here we have an amortization problem, okay? So here on October 10th, you purchased a license for $556. Its useful life is 15 years, okay? So let's go ahead and look at this one. So
Okay.
I think I only wanted you to answer the first 5 questions because it's straight line, so everything should look identical. And I'm going to shrink this a bit. It's pretty obnoxiously big. Okay. So, what is our asset?
Copyright.
Is it a copyright?
I don't know. License.
Yeah, I placed it. I think I said license. Did I say license? Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes, it says I purchased a license for $556. Okay, so we know that there is no salvage value when we're dealing with intangible assets, and its useful life
15.
15 years. So I'm gonna split that and put 15 years. And when do we put it into service?
1st of January.
When did I purchase it?
October 10th.
October 10th. Okay. Well, I was off, way off.
So October 10 is my date. Yes. Okay. So remember, the day that you purchase your asset, right, will determine exactly when. I mean, the day that you purchase your license or an intangible asset will be the day that you put it into service. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because that's how copyrights work. The minute you have it is the minute you calculate it. Okay, so amortization, right? It flows the same way. So what is the depreciation basis in this one?
The 566 would be the basis, the original cost minus salvage value.
But
There's no
there
salvage
is no salvage value. So
Yeah.
you're right. It is just 556.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to change this real quick to my accounting. And what do I know about straight line?
It's the
the
same
same.
thing all 5 years.
Yes. Oops. Whoa, that did not come out right. So,
Is it 15 for the life?
there you go. They're all 556 now. Okay, so what is the rate?
Divided by 1 out of 15,
Yes.
which is 0.0666666666. Oh, there's not a 7 in there.
Yeah.
Well, there is
Then you
because
add the
Excel will show me that I have a win. Oh gosh, again, I hate this number. We need to stop using 1 out of 15. All right. So, what is the depreciation expense for the first year?
Uh, Rate times basis divided by 3. Yeah, 3. Because you have to take
Why
the full
3?
month of October. You have to take the
It's
full
gonna be-
month of
it's gonna be
October,
4. It'll be 4.
October, November, December.
So it's going to be 3 out of 12, which is equivalent to what? I heard Portia say it.
9.
25%.
Yes, it's going to be divided by 4. Okay, which gives you $9.27. That is so sad. All right. Okay. So again, we're going to depreciate it for $9.27. So what is my total book value now?
It's
$564.70.
546.
Okay, it's going to be
It's gonna be 546.73.
correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm going to absolute my cell real quick. Okay. All right. So if I know that that is for the first year, what is going to happen in the second year?
You have to count for the whole year, so it's just going to be 566,
Mhm.
556 times the 6.666 all the way down.
You
Okay.
could do the 1 divided by 15 and get that same number.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that times 556 is $37.07.
Yes, and it's going to be the
Yeah.
same throughout the whole time. So
Yes.
there you go. We solved for 3 layers. All right. So what is my first accumulated depreciation?
43 or 34. I'm sorry, 46.34.
I got 46.30. Oh shoot, it is 30. It should be 34. Whoa. Look what this made a mistake for, huh?
I don't know. My calculator told me 34. So.
That's what I was trying to tell you. That's the type of stuff that I'm running into with Excel.
All right. So it should round this up to another number, so it should be 46.34. Okay, so again, you might have to make that minor change. Just make sure that you are aware of the number here and here. That's weird. It's supposed to round it because I'm using dollars, so I don't know why it left it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So then, what is my value here then? What's my book value for the second year?
509.66.
Yes. Okay, hopefully, let's see if this will add up now. 4 plus 7 is 11, so that's correct. Okay, let's see if it will apply all the way down. 1 plus 7 is 11. Wait, 1 plus... Okay, so this... Okay. And that's wrong. Okay, let's do this again. 41 plus... This should give you... Okay, now it keeps giving me 7. All right, so it's supposed to be 120.48. Okay. And then this number plus this should give me 5. Okay? So, it's supposed to round you off at the nearest penny because you are using accounting. So it should automatically round your numbers right there. So so that's weird. Again, you can't trust Excel either. This is the 5% I was talking about, that it's going to be Excel's error. Okay? Or it's going to be machine error. Okay? So at least we were able to keep track of it. So we know that 4 plus 7 should be 11. So that should be here. So what is my book value for year 3?
$472.59.
Yes. Okay. What is my book value for year 4?
$435.52.
435.52. Okay. And then what is my book value for the last year?
$398.45.
Perfect. Good. All right. And then it's going to go all the way through until the 16th year. You have to depreciate for the remaining, what is that, the remaining 9 months?
8.
We did wait, what is it? What was the date that we put it into service?
So we did
3 months, so 9 months.
Yeah, so
for
9.
year 5, remember we're on 9 months, so it's $27.80 in the depreciation expense. We didn't do it for the whole year.
For year 5?
Well, that's only the 5th year, though. The life is
Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah.
So
The
we
life is
don't
15
do
years.
Adjustment until the 15th. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 16th year, then we do
no,
the adjustment there, yes. That's okay. Okay, so no, Lee, you were right. We don't adjust the 5th year because we have, our life is 15. So,
Okay.
okay, so all of this will stay all the way down until you hit the 16th year. That's where you need to make the adjustment because you're not going to depreciate it for the whole year. You're only going to depreciate it for 9 months out of 12 for the remaining life that it has. So good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and save this and upload it. And good. And we finished just in time for you guys to go.